Hello. Good morning. Hey y'all. I'm getting so tired of having a pet. Come. Good morning. So, the topic of this video today is, do you ever get the sense that there is major change on the way in your life? Um, I get that sense very frequently now. Um, these last few months have been completely out of the ordinary for me. I've done so many things that have not been in my scope or view. And what I will say is that I feel major change is on the way. Um, and it's interesting, right? Because sometimes we think that change is coming, but it's not. It's just the same old thing over and over. And then sometimes we get sideswiped by just new ideas, new individuals, and just new circumstances that put us in a place where we are changing so rapidly. Um, and I'm experiencing that. I'm experiencing the most rapid changes in my life. Everything, everything down to my career, down to my creativity, down to my living arrangements. Um, what I will say is change is good. You can't be afraid of change. Change is the kind of thing that is inevitable. Even if you think you're the same, you're not. I'm definitely not the same person I was last year or even the year before that. And that's because I'm rapidly changing now. Do my morals, my moral compass change? Do my ethics and morals change? Does my integrity change? Does my um, honor of myself and loyalty to myself change? Absolutely not. I stand firm in those things. That's what you call fundamentals. But aside from the fundamentals in life, there is so much change happening for me. And I'm orchestrating some of it, and some of it is just coming as a byproduct of just hard work and determination. And I'll say it is a beautiful thing. There is no way in hell that I'm going to go out living the same life I was living even 2 years ago. Um, I am a person who likes to. I'm not gonna say I'm a thrill seeker, right? Because sometimes I'm seeking a thrill, and sometimes I just want to chill. But I will say that I am the kind of person who does best in uncomfortable situations and high pressure situations. I don't like staying in a comfort zone. I actually don't even know what a comfort zone is. I'm not one of the people who believes in staying and sticking to what I know. I'm a person who takes a lot of risks in life with people, places, and things. Sometimes I don't get what I want, but oftentimes I'm able to get something better than what I had. And what I'm starting to see is like everything that I put in front of me, I've knocked it down, and I'm going to continue to knock it down, even if it's difficult. I'm going to continue to knock down all obstacles because That is my nature. And as a what's up? As a just, how do I hide the chat? Good morning. Um, I just got so distracted. Like, yo, seriously. I lost my stream of consciousness. Good morning. Yeah. What I was saying was that as a result of knocking down all of the obstacles in my life, there are just certain things that must be attained. I'm on a journey to self actualization. I don't know if people know what that is. I don't know if people understand the concept. I don't know if it's within uh, the, if it's fathomable for most people. I think most people believe that they can do these things here, but these things here are unattainable. And that's because they're so used to operating in their comfort zone. Like they can buy a condo that is 100 mil naira, but they can't buy one that's 150 mil naira. Do you know what I mean? Because it is out of the realm of possibilities mentally. It is something that it's a mental block, right? Money is something that for me, it comes easy because I don't covet it as much as other people. It comes easy because it's a tool and I don't see it and glorify it for more than what it is. I look at certain things and I recognize that like I have the power to do any and everything that I ask of another person. Most of the time when I'm asking other people to do things for me, it's almost like a challenge. It's almost like, is this the kind of person I want to be around? Someone who can um, defy all odds and step outside of the realm of their capabilities and be uncomfortable in order to attain success. And I don't think that everybody is built that way. I believe that success is something that comes to people who are willing to step outside of the box and be different than they've ever been. Like, I just different. Like, just different. Like, people will come into your life as one thing, and if you're paying attention, and they're really the kind of people that are looking to change their lives, you'll see them morph into something else. And you just have to be appreciative of that. I think people that are meeting me right now, they may think they know something, but what they don't know is that I'm changing so rapidly right now, they won't recognize me in a couple of months. And I'm not just speaking about physically, right? I mean, I always do physical transformations. So that's not really where I'm talking about. We're not talking about the flesh, we're not talking about the physical. I'm talking about spiritually, and I'm talking about in my demeanor, and I'm talking about the things that mattered to me at one point, they don't matter today, and other things now matter to me. And people are not ready for um, a Black woman to be free and to be um, in full control of her every move and to step outside of the box and attain anything besides the status quo. I mean, I look at my Instagram and I'm not judging anyone because I'm about to go and get some photos done and I'll probably be ass naked too. But I laugh at some of the girls on the Instagram who they were so wholesome and now they must have changed into something else. And, I say to myself, the way I look at it is the way that people will look at me because they'll see something today and then they'll see something tomorrow and think, oh shit, wasn't she just doing that? Well, people have the right to change their minds. People have the right to step outside the box and do more. People have the right to challenge other people's perceptions of them. They have the right to write their own story. I'm going to do that. I'm doing that now. I'm in the process of writing my own story. And I mean, my story is so intricate. It starts from such a young age. And this has got to be like volume 10. I really, you guys, if you knew the kinds of things that I went through in my whole life, and when I say went through, they're not bad or good, they're just experiences, right? I mean, everything is is a culmination of events that lead me to this, to being this person, this highly enlightened person, this free person, this person who is working on their patience. I don't have a lot of patience, but I am working on it, and I've gotten quite. I feel I've developed patience more in the last year than ever. I think when you travel to Africa, you start to develop patience because that's all you can afford to have. There's really no rushing anything in a place that lacks infrastructure. There's really no rushing anything in a place where people are not well versed in certain business practices, and so you just start to become patient because it's almost required for survival. Whereas here, everything is moving so fast. When I come back here, I almost feel like shit is moving too fast. Um, but do you ever get the sense that change is on the horizon? Like you can almost see it. It's like change is like the sunlight, right? It's coming up, and then all of a sudden, whoop, sunrise. And you say to yourself, wow, that happened so quickly. But it was brewing in the back for almost an hour, you know? You could see the orange coming up over the horizon, and then all of a sudden the sun pokes through. Boop, change. It is now daytime. We have been enlightened. Nighttime is done, right? So, what I say is to those of you who have experienced moments like this, drop some comments below. Tell me when you've experienced moments of change and how'd you feel. For those of you who are yet to experience moments of change but would like to orchestrate some change, drop some comments below. Um, Let me know what you're looking to do. I think for us as individuals, we have to stop being so critical of ourselves. One of the things that helped me in my whole life, and I guess the way I grew up, I had a lot of freedom, mostly because my grandmother was busy, my dad had another family, and my mom was on drugs. So for the most part, I was left to my own devices. They knew I was intelligent. So I kind of got away with a lot and was able to do a lot for myself in terms of enlightening myself and reading, researching, becoming the person that I am today. I got into a lot of trouble, but I also accomplished a lot because it's not in my DNA to lose. That's not my style. So, what I will say is when I'm going through periods of change, I like to go into myself. I like to retreat into myself. I don't really have a lot of energy for other people when I'm going through periods of change. I'm going to apologize to several people that have met me over the last couple of months in a blanket statement that says, I am who I am. I'm going to be who I'm going to be, and I'm going to die alone. That's true. I do apologize if people have felt as though I've stepped on their toes or disrespected them because, quite frankly, their opinions don't matter. Um, the fact is, their opinions don't matter. But as I'm developing more patience, I've come to recognize several truths. And one of them is that it's almost better to lie to people. You can be honest, but you see, a person like myself, I've been honest to a fault my whole life. And what I will say is that honesty is not what people are looking for. People are looking for you to placate them, lie to them, inflate their ego, justify their thinking, double down on their rationale. And that's just something that I was never comfortable doing because I'm my own person. But what I will say is that I get the sense that change is coming. I get the sense that there's going to be a day where rather than challenging my thinking, people are going to applaud my thinking because what they recognize is that I'm truly free. I have no anchors in life. The only way to the top is without any bags, any baggage. I mean, no baggage. Like if you know my hands and you've watched me over the years, then you recognize that I don't have any of his jewelry on. And that that took a long time. But it was like the other day when I just stripped myself of all baggage, emotional, any heartbreak, any baggage. I mean, I want my friends to know that everybody has a reason and a season, and your season is done. Um, my season, this is time for me and self. There is no space for anybody in my life except for maybe like two people. I would say that's my assistant and her mother, who is also going through a period of change. But aside from the, oh, and I would say Dami as well. Shout out to Dami Lula, who is also going through a period of change out in Nigeria. And right now, those are the only people that I care to have in my life as I go through this period of change. I'm not looking to disturb people's peace. I'm not looking to challenge people's thinking. I'm not looking to rock people's lives. I'm not looking to seduce people into my way of thinking. You do you, and I will continue to do what is in my best interest as everyone else will. But what I do recognize is that the truth will not set you free. The truth will keep you imprisoned. You can sit there and be honest if you want, but I think sometimes just give people what they want in order to just move forward, right? Allow that king to believe that he's somebody and allow him to give you that bullshit name in order to move forward in the day, right? Um, because Mojurati does not fit me. But I will say that Jackie fits me just fine. You know, I I think that, you know, and I laugh at that incident. I laugh at everything that happened on that trip. And I am grateful to have experienced some of the most interesting people that I've ever met, um, who helped me better understand that my journey for self is essential, it is necessary, and it must be completed. It must be, actualization must be attained because I'm unwilling to live in a world where I must subject myself to people who don't know themselves. Um, People who are looking for spiritual, I don't know, some sort of spiritual cleansing that, like, when I put away, I've been doing it for years now. I do it in my house. I have my own shrine. And there is really no reason for me to step outside of the comfort of my home to do that. That's about the only time I have a comfort zone, right? When I'm hailing, when I'm praying. But what I will say is, I'm not looking for anybody's oba. Okay. I'm not looking for anybody's spiritual cleanser or whatever to come into my room to tell me anything about myself that my God has not already told me. She has given me all of the answers that I need to be successful, to emerge, to reemerge, to reemerge, to change, to shift, to alter, and to be happy. There is nothing more in this life than to please one's self. It sounds crazy. It sounds self absorbed. It sounds selfish, but it's the true path to happiness. I mean, will I question someone's sexuality these days? No. I feel if it makes him happy to go and fraternize with other men, then allow he. if it makes her happy to be asexual and not enjoy any dick, allow she. If it makes them happy to have sex at 18 and have a child out of wedlock, allow them. It is not my problem, nor will I be concerned with other decisions that people make in their lives. This community is a community where people are very judgmental, but there's nothing to show for it. Um, Other communities are not that way. Young people get to be young and enjoy their youth without being questioned about what they do. In our community, there's too many rules for a bunch of people that are failing. I think as a parent, I'm going to be such a lax parent because though I will give my child knowledge, I will not hold he or she back. I think that's the right way. I don't plan on, and that's another thing when we talk about change, right? I will be a parent soon. That's one of the changes that will definitely happen in my life. And it's unfortunate that it had to take this long, but I think ultimately it's happening in the way that it should because there are certain forces in my life that need to be put down before I can move on to motherhood. There's a lot of things I don't do anymore that I was just doing a couple weeks ago. There's a lot of things that I don't do anymore that I was doing a couple years ago. And I picked up other things now that can empower me, that serve me. When I talk about major change, I'm also talking about location. I know that I've come to a point in this place where I've done almost everything that can be accomplished here in this country. And I will continue to do more as much as I can do. But knowing that I have an extension somewhere else outside of this country allows me to be so confident in my next decisions. I asked the king to do me the favor of buying me a place to live, of providing shelter. And ultimately, I was handed my ass because this man is not willing. And when you're an intelligent person, you recognize that, right? You recognize that a person is only going to do what they want to do. If he wanted to provide me with shelter, he would. And when I say provide me with shelter, I say shelter that's adequate by my standards, not your apartment, not your house, but a place that I deem fit for me to raise my children and create my music. Because you see, there's not enough space in your apartment for me to have a studio in it and also have a baby's room. There's just not. And so for me, I think sometimes the thinking gets lost in the fact that I say things in a very particular kind of way that sounds like, oh, bitch, why are you commanding me? I'm not commanding anyone. I'm just specifically giving you um, an insight as to how I think. I would not ask for something that I didn't think I didn't need. But I also know that if I do ask for something, usually it's within my capabilities to do it for myself. So I will do that. Am I upset? Not at all. I'm actually quite grateful for the opportunity to be checked and to recognize that in this world I've gotten nobody but me. I've been reaffirmed about 1,000 times in my life, and here I am being reaffirmed again that I will not have anyone's support in life. And so self is so important. It's so important to be able to pick up and know that I can get that shit on my own. To know that I can go in. And it's so crazy in that moment. Then fast forward next day, I have another wonderful gentleman jump on my phone asking me questions about the condo in order to find out more about it so that he could potentially help me. Because closed mouths don't get fed. And at the end of the day, he doesn't even have to help me because I got me. But I always want to know what a man's mentality is when you tell him that you need something and he denies you. Is that his way of preparing you for a future of lack? Um, to deny me something that I feel that I need, it's almost like saying you don't recognize what I recognize in myself. So I go with the mentality that you don't value me as high as I value myself, which is a problem. But it's actually not a problem because ultimately all I have to do is move forward to this person who does value me in the same way in which I value myself. Okay, that's called a good fit, because I think so many people in our community are worried about how good he fits. But a good fit is a man who recognizes you the way you recognize you, sees you the way you see you, right? Or a good person, good partner, whether he's a man or female, that's your business. But it's like they recognize that what you see in yourself, they see it also, right? Because if it weren't for my fiance leaving me this money, I couldn't have started this record label. He saw what I saw in myself even before we were married, and there was money put to the side for my endeavors. And only a good man will be blessed with a queen. Only a good man will be blessed with a goddess, a god, because he will see in her what she sees in herself. For me, major change isn't just about uh, children, a man, all that. It's about me. It's about what is it that I've been setting out to do in life, and can I get it accomplished? Will you help? Or will you stand in my way and doubt me and try to sow doubt in my mind and confuse me? I cannot be confused today. I know who the fuck I am. I am Miss Jackie Ausa Funani, Jamaican, beautiful and black, a black beauty, looking like I'm in my 20s but in my 30s, body banging, face beautiful, soul deep, feisty, sharp, assertive, gangsta, gorgeous, happy, whole, healthy, secure, that bitch, right? So that's what I mean. Major change is when you step into your shit all the way and recognize who you are, and there is no one who can stop you, right? Nobody can stop me. I mean, when I say nobody, I dead ass mean that shit. I mean, like, there's not one person on this earth who could stop me from attaining what I'm supposed to attain for myself. I don't care what your opinions are. Your opinions mean nothing. If they did, I would solicit them. I solicit money, resources. But anything aside from that, it's not imperative to my existence. So when I ask you to do something and you don't do it, what you say is that you see me in a lower category than I see myself, and that I do not tolerate. And also, you will get nothing because I am not inclined to give. I'm not a giver. I'm a selfish only child. And so for that, I have been rewarded because self is the only way to be rewarded in this life. I mean, major change can only happen through self. If you think that someone's going to do it for you, no one's going to do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. So yeah, when I say, do you get the sense that major change is coming? That's exactly what I mean. And also, it comes with the territory. What did I say? Hmm? Scorpio? It comes with the territory. Major change comes with the territory. My feet look nice today too. Right? Major change comes with the territory. It's who I am. Um, I've never been afraid, ever, and I won't start today. Fear is a liar. I'm a black beauty. I'm out. Peace.